Across the tapestry of history, woven into the very fabric of warfare, are threads often overlooked. From the battlefields to the shadows of espionage, women have played crucial roles in conflicts throughout the ages. Join me now as we venture into the annals of history to uncover the hidden stories of these remarkable women whose bravery, resilience, and unwavering spirit continue to inspire generations. Our journey begins in the heart of the Hundred Years' War, a brutal conflict that ravaged France for over a century. It was during these dark times that a young peasant girl from Domremy, driven by visions and divine purpose, rose to become one of the most iconic figures in military history, Joan of Arc. Imagine, if you will, the young Joan, barely a teenager experiencing visions she believed were sent from God, urging her to take up arms and lead the French army to victory against the English. Fueled by an unwavering faith and a courage that belied her tender years, Joan convinced the skeptical French court of her divine mission. Clad in shining armor, astride a white steed, Joan became a beacon of hope for the demoralized French troops. Her charisma and unwavering belief in her mission, combined with a keen military mind, ignited a fire in the hearts of soldiers who had long been resigned to defeat. At the Siege of Orleans, her arrival galvanized the French forces, who successfully repelled the English, marking a turning point in the war. Captured by Burgundian forces allied with the English, Joan was tried for heresy and witchcraft. The flames that consumed her young life at the stake in Rouen on May 30th, 1431, could not extinguish the impact she had on the war and on history itself. Joan of Arc's courage, unwavering faith, and military acumen not only liberated France from English domination, but also established her as a timeless symbol of female empowerment and unwavering resolve in the face of adversity. As we journey across the Atlantic and forward in time, we arrive at another pivotal moment in history, the American Civil War. This brutal conflict, fought on American soil, tested the very fabric of a nation and revealed the extraordinary courage and resilience of women, both on and off the battlefields. Amidst the wounded and dying, a new breed of hero emerged, the Civil War nurse. Women like Clara Barton, a schoolteacher from Massachusetts, took it upon themselves to alleviate the suffering of countless soldiers. Barton, deeply moved by the plight of the wounded, established the American Red Cross, an organization that continues to provide humanitarian aid to this day. But the contributions of women during the Civil War extended far beyond the role of caregivers. Driven by a fervent belief in the cause of freedom, many women disguised themselves as men, taking up arms and fighting alongside their male counterparts on the front lines. Imagine the audacity and sheer determination of women like Sarah Edmonds, who disguised herself as a man named Franklin Thompson, serving in the Union Army as a soldier, spy, and even a battlefield nurse. These women, driven by a sense of duty and a thirst for equality, defied societal norms and faced unimaginable hardships. They served as spies, scouts, and soldiers, proving that the desire for freedom and the will to fight for it transcended gender lines. The American Civil War serves as a powerful reminder that the fight for freedom and equality is often waged on multiple fronts, and that the contributions of women, both seen and unseen, have shaped the course of history in profound ways. Chapter 3. The Unsung Heroes of the Great War. Women in World War I. As the 20th century dawned, the world was plunged into the abyss of the First World War, a conflict of unprecedented scale and brutality. Amidst the trenches and the horrors of chemical warfare, women once again rose to the challenge, their contributions proving vital to the war effort on both sides of the conflict. Imagine the bustling factories of England and France transformed into hives of activity as women stepped into roles traditionally held by men. With millions of men away fighting, women became the backbone of the wartime industry, manufacturing munitions, building airplanes, and keeping the wheels of production turning. The image of the munitionette, her face smudged with grease and sweat as she tirelessly assembled shells in a deafening factory, became an enduring symbol of women's wartime contributions. But their contributions extended far beyond the factories. Close your eyes and picture the muddy, rat-infested trenches of the Western Front. Amidst the constant shelling and the ever-present threat of gas attacks, a different kind of hero emerged, the battlefield nurse. Women like Vera Brittain and Edith Cavell volunteered to serve on the front lines, tending to the wounded and dying with unwavering compassion and courage. These women, often facing danger and deprivation, served as beacons of hope in the darkest of times. World War I marked a turning point in history, not only for the geopolitical landscape, but also for the role of women. Chapter 4. The Enigma of Matahari Dancer, Spy Legend. As we delve deeper into the annals of World War I, we encounter a figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Matahari, the exotic dancer who captivated audiences and governments alike, but whose true allegiances remain a subject of debate to this day. Born Margaretha Zell in the Netherlands, Matahari reinvented herself as an exotic dancer from the Dutch East Indies, captivating audiences with her alluring performances and becoming one of the most celebrated women of her time. But beneath the surface of glamour and seduction lay a complex figure who navigated the dangerous world of espionage. Recruited by the French intelligence services, Matahari used her charm and access to high-ranking officials to gather information. Imagine smoky Parisian cafes frequented by diplomats and military officers, where Matahari, draped in silks and jewels, used her allure to extract secrets. In 1917, accused of spying for Germany, Matahari was arrested by the French authorities. Despite a lack of concrete evidence, she was found guilty by a military court and sentenced to death. Was she a traitor, a victim of circumstance, or a cunning manipulator caught in a web of her own making? The story of Matahari, regardless of where the truth lies, serves as a cautionary tale of the blurred lines between seduction and deception, loyalty and betrayal. Chapter 5. Queens of the Celtic Twilight. Women warriors in legend and lore. Our journey through the hidden histories of women in warfare takes us now to the misty isles of the Celts, a world steeped in myth and legend where the lines between history and folklore are often blurred. Here, amidst the rolling green hills and ancient stone circles, we encounter tales of fierce women warriors who challenged gender roles and left an indelible mark on Celtic culture. Imagine the flickering firelight illuminating the faces of storytellers, their voices weaving tales of Boudica, the warrior queen of the Iceni tribe, who led a ferocious rebellion against the might of Rome. Her name, synonymous with courage and defiance, resonates through the centuries, a testament to the enduring power of her legend. Picture the battlefield, the clash of steel on steel as Boudica, her red hair flowing in the wind, rallies her troops with a fiery passion that strikes fear into the hearts of her enemies. But Boudica is just one of many formidable female figures in Celtic lore. There's Scathach, the legendary Scottish warrior woman who trained the hero Cú Chulainn in the arts of war on the Isle of Skye. Her skill with the sword and her wisdom as a teacher made her a figure of awe and respect throughout the land. And then there's Maid D.B., the fierce Queen of Connaught, whose thirst for power and her unwavering ambition led her to wage war against her enemies. These stories, passed down through generations of storytellers, highlight the importance of women in Celtic society, their roles extending far beyond the traditional domestic sphere. The tales of these Celtic women warriors, whether based on historical figures or born from the rich tapestry of mythology, remind us that the human capacity for courage, strength and leadership knows no gender bounds. Chapter 6. Honoring the Legacy. As our journey through the hidden histories of women in warfare comes to an end, we are left with a profound sense of awe and admiration for the extraordinary women whose stories we have uncovered. From Joan of Arc's unwavering faith to the battlefield nurses who risked their lives during World War I, from the enigmatic Matahari to the legendary Celtic warrior queens. These women have left an indelible mark on history. If you've been as moved by these stories as I have, please consider subscribing to our channel for more explorations of history's hidden depths.